Broadstairs, Kent. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are on their way to recover nearly £12,000 worth of unpaid rent owed to a landlord.
Okay, we're going to see Miss Alexandra Donkin and Mr. Mark Howe. We need to collect £11,896.66.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's out of a few quid, isn't he? It's a lot of bloody money.
The debt is for a previous property Alexandra and Mark rented. But if they can't or won't pay, the agents can seize goods to offset the debt today. The writ authorises the agents to make peaceful entry through open doors.
Hello, High Court enforcement. Hello, mate, how are you?
All right.
How are you? Who's Mr. Mark Howe?
No.
I'm here with a High Court writ for Alexandra Donkin and Mark Howe. Are you the tenant here now?
No, I'm the tenant's brother.
Okay, who's the tenant? Mark Howe, cool. Can you get him on the phone, please, sir?
No.
I bet he is Mark Howe.
This response makes Brian suspicious.
I'll take it you're Mark then, yeah? You're Mark, yeah?
Obviously.
We need to discuss it and resolve it in the right way. All right.
He's not even speaking, you know. My man's just looking at him. Blatantly, obviously, Mark.
So are you Mark then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark. When somebody doesn't want to identify themselves when I visit, it shows me their intention. They
Exactly.
don't want to pay.
Exactly.
Right, it's stupid, it's silly. We're going to find out who you are. It's just a matter of time when.
Trust me.
Now that Mark has confirmed his identity, Brian can serve him the writ and demand payment.
I don't owe rent
So why's he made a claim against you?
because I lived there. I didn't pay the rent.
Mark now claims he isn't responsible for the debt.
Okay, so I'm here to collect £11,896.66, Mark. How would you like to pay it?
If I don't owe it.
Then we'll look at removing your assets in your home. Do you work?
No.
Do you claim any benefits? How do you support yourself?
She don't.
Okay, do you...
She paid me.
So why's he gone to court then?
Because he's an arsehole.
So how can we get this resolved, Mark? Yeah, we've got off on the wrong foot. We've come through here and you told me you're not him when you are, okay?
Well, I was
so
shocked.
Well, that's fine. I respect that. I understand that. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I need to get it resolved. Can Alexandra pay it?
She can't pay all in one go, no.
How much can she pay today?
I've no idea.
Should we get her on the phone and see what we can do?
She hasn't got any money at the moment. She hasn't been paid from the job she's doing.
Okay, do you want to have a word with her? Let her know what's going on.
He's so calm.
So,
Mark isn't cooperating with the agents.
He's too
so
relaxed.
Brian changes tactics.
Can you pay me £11,896.66, sir? Okay, we'll look at your assets to remove, okay? Thank you, Mark. Right, what you got there, mate?
The agents hope the prospect of losing his possessions might prompt Mark to pay. But as they look around the flat for goods to seize,
He ain't got jack
they're
shit.
in for a surprise.
Why have you got a sword behind the door, Mark? It's a bit naughty, that.
Look, you've got samurai swords in there, mate. If you ain't going to play the game, I might decide those samurai swords might be a bit of a danger to me.
well, I'm not going to hit you with them.
I don't know what you're going to do with them.
I'll tell you now, I won.
Yeah, well, you got a laptop in there, haven't you?
You can't.
What's that?
Worth £200.
Hey, you were using it.
Oh.
Now it belongs to us.
Oh, fuckery.
If Mark doesn't take any steps to pay the £11,000 he owes, he could lose his possessions. But Brian and Dell want to give him another chance.
It's a long day, and the weather's horrible. I don't want to give anyone a hard time. If you don't want to cooperate, that's fine, because I just list everything and we'll take it. All right? Now, that's not what I want to do. All right? So if you fix up, I'll fix up, and we start to get to the nitty-gritty and see how realistically what you can get, what arrangement we can do, right? So we can leave you in peace.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay?
I do not expect you to have £11,000. I'm letting you know that. We're realists, yeah? We're going to need today at least £3,000 today to set it off. Can you speak to your partner?
Most
Just let
people
them
have
know what's
not
going
got
on.
a spare £3,000. Most people are in
This is
£3,000,
the problem.
if more
This
in
is
debt.
the stumbling block at the moment.
Probably get £1,000 in a couple of days, but today I couldn't get that. And I'm being honest.
There's still no sign of payment. But Brian and Del must get this case resolved one way or another.
I'm not being funny, mate, but it might be a case of taking what we can get instead of wasting too much time here. Essentially, just a couple of laptops, TV. What is that, Nikon?
Mate, that's expensive.
Is that Nikon?
That's the money.
Lens, wide angle.
It's clear Mark hasn't got the means to pay. But the value of the items in the flat doesn't come close to clearing the £11,000 he owes.
Is there a reason why you're not working?
Yeah, I suffer from liver disease and depression, anxiety,
You're not depressed, you fucking pussy.
all sorts of things, right? Yeah.
This person may be having a bit of a difficult time. There may be some depression issues here, but we still need to make sure everybody's happy and the job's resolved. It's quite difficult, but it's imperative that we take into consideration the whole circumstance that's in front of us.
Mark is still reluctant to offer anything substantial to settle the debt.
Over one winter, we got a little bit behind and we made arrangements to pay it, which we did. But it got to a point where the house was not being maintained. We couldn't use the lights, we couldn't use the toilet. Why should I pay a full rent, £600 a month, and not have the place looked after properly? So I decided not to. That was my decision.
Given Mark's circumstances, Brian offers him a lifeline.
What I'd like to do is get a £2,000 payment in 1 week's time and then a £200 a month arrangement. So you can either agree to it or remove your goods. What would you like us to do?
Of
If
course.
you don't pay it, I will be back here the following day. Do you understand that?
Yeah, to do what?
To remove your goods.
Mark has been offered an extra week to find the money, but his response comes as a shock to the agents.
What if I move them out in the meantime?
Well,
Agreed, then
that's a whole different ballgame.
what will happen? If you were to dispose of them, you'd be committing a criminal offence, all right, because they're not yours to dispose of. The police would be called and you'd be nicked. Now, if I think for one moment that you might, then I would be better off taking them now.
Mark's suggestion that he might remove his goods before the agents return forces them to change their approach.
Do you know what? I need £2,000 today. £2,000 today. Or I'm gonna remove your-
I love that. Do you know what? I need £2,000 today, you know. I ain't paying about with you. Let me peel that back. This is all a game. This whole thing is a mind game, you know.
What I'd like to do is get a £2,000 payment in 1 week's time and then a £200 a month arrangement. So you can either agree to it or remove your goods. What would you like us to do? If you don't pay it, I will be back here the following day. Do you understand that?
Yeah, to do what?
To remove your goods.
Mark has been offered an extra week to find the money, but his response comes as a shock to the agents.
What if I move them out in the meantime?
Well,
Agreed, then
that's a whole different ballgame.
what will happen? If you were to dispose of them, you'd be committing a criminal offence, all right, because they're not yours to dispose of. The police would be called and you'd be nicked. Now, if I think for one moment that you might, then I would be better off taking them now.
Mark's suggestion that he might remove his goods before the agents return forces them to change their approach.
Do you know what? I need £2,000 today. Get me £2,000 today, or I'm going to remove your goods. I don't like your whole aura. I don't like what I'm hearing. So the next discussion we're going to have will be about payment. Okay? So if you can't get it, I'm just going to remove your goods.
Why can't they do things in an amicable way? What difference does it make if we pay £2,000 a day?
The agents have been in the flat for over an hour. Mark's partner, Alexandra, calls.
Hello. We've got bailiffs around the house, and he wants £2,000 today, and I said we haven't got £2,000 today. You haven't been don't know what you want me to say. No, you stay out of it. You stay out of it, I said.